Good evening and welcome to Sports Federation TV. My name is Alton Davids. I'm your host. As you know, the show is about what makes sport happen within the Western Cape. We talk about a range of different codes of sport. As you know, there are 73 codes of sport situated and registered within the city of Cape Town and within the Western Cape and within South Africa. You have SASCOC as the mother body. Down below them, you have Western Cape Sport, Provincial Sport Confederation. Then you have your district sports councils, and within each of those are different codes of sport, which are at club level, district level, province level and national level. We talk to a range of people about what they do, and the aim of this is to try and get you, the public, active and passionate about what they do and potentially get off your buttocks and get involved in some form of code of sport. The show goes out on a Friday night at 9 o'clock on DSTV Ch263 as you're watching now, also repeated at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning, and then also each segment of the show is put onto YouTube within a week or two of the airing of the show. Tonight's show is jam-packed. We chat athletics, we chat Clint Forshee, who's a stocker racer, we chat Cape Fight League, and we chat the noon LFA. But before we get any further and ahead of ourselves, let's welcome Allan Barnes, Mr. Western Province Athletics media man. You well?
Well, thank you, and I bring greetings from my president.
Tell your president to say hi. How's things been at athletics?
Oh, it's a roller coaster. I mean, we'll chat now. I mean, this period of the time, athletics, is just action. We've got action coming up for the next 2 weeks, and I'm sure many of your listeners are aware. We've got some road races this weekend. We've got our Western Province Senior Champs starting tonight and running through till tomorrow, jam-packed. And then we'll talk. We've got an exciting thing happening on Tuesday next week at the Cape Town Athletics Stadium. So it's jam-packed, and our people are coming out. I mean, we're living a healthy lifestyle.
Allan, I mean, you've given a synopsis of basically what we're going to be talking about. Let's start at the beginning. Let's talk about your events every weekend. You have a calendar on Western Province wpa.org.za, which is jam-packed with every weekend activity. Tell us a bit about some of the events that's happening this coming weekend and next weekend.
Yeah. We Western Province, together with our clubs, of whom there are 108 in this province. So together with our clubs, we host events every weekend. I think there's close on to 100 events during the year. So most Saturdays and Sundays you will find a road race taking place in one of our communities. This weekend, on tomorrow, is a 15-kilometer race in Ravensmead, together with a 5-kilometer fun run. So you don't have to be a long distance runner. Most of our races have fun runs. We encourage families, mothers, fathers, grannies, aunties to come out and have fun. Normally starts at about 7:30. So we've got a Ravensmead 15K on Saturday morning. Then we have a public holiday on Monday.
Yay.
Yeah, and so on Monday we have the top form 10-kilometer race, which takes place at Turfel Park in Athlone, together with a 5-kilometer fun run. And the beauty about that particular race on Monday, it is suitable for disabled athletes. So athletes in wheelchairs and so forth are invited to attend that event on Monday morning.
And that event is always jam-packed. There's lots of people. But one of the exciting things that I find about your events is that there's a walking component, which you never talk about. Tell us a bit about the walking component.
No, walking is up and coming. Most of our events would have especially the 10K is suitable for walking. We've got a walking league that takes place. There's a number of clubs that focus on walking. And so whether it's recreational walking or competitive walking, it is available at most of our races. The top form one has a walking component. So people are invited. You don't have to be a top runner. So any person who wants to live a healthy lifestyle and share that vision with us is invited to our events on Saturday and on Monday.
But I mean, those walkers don't walk slowly. Those race walkers, they walk faster than some people can run.
Absolutely. I mean, walking is an international discipline. So it takes place at the Olympics and so forth. So yeah, I mean, they walk as fast as what many of us run.
Yep.
You know, so yeah, you know, it is very competitive
And very technical too.
Very technical. You know, it is a very technical sport, but it's open to anybody.
Yeah.
You walk. If you can put one foot in front of the next, you can walk.
You don't have to be a race walker to
Absolutely not.
do it. Okay. Let's move on from there. I mean, how do people find out more? They just need to go onto the website, get the details there?
There are two primary sites. As I said, if you go onto our webpage, www.wpa.org.za, you'll find our calendar. Alternatively, if you follow us on Facebook. So just search for Western Province Athletics. You'll come up on our page, and that on a daily basis is updated with events, whether it is in all 4 of our disciplines, whether it is road running, track and field, race walking, or I've lost the last one. Yeah, so and cross country.
Yeah.
Cross country
as well. Don't worry.
Exactly. Yeah, cross country. I mean, that's why, because we've got a cross country season, and that starts in May. So yeah, so we are extremely busy during this period. As I say, tonight, as we speak, we've got runners, we've got athletes participating at the Paro Athletics track. It is our Western Province senior event, and that takes place tonight. As I said, at Paro track, and the whole of tomorrow. And you know, the stars of Western Province have come out to play, and you'll find them, you know, at Paro Athletics track tonight and tomorrow. Families are welcome. Bring your kids. It's going to be a wonderful day. Weather looks good, and have a day in the sun.
Talking about track and field, how do these school athletics, do they fit into your program or not? Or is it a completely separate component, completely separate activity? Or do the top guys from the schools participate in your track and field events?
On both. We're currently in negotiations, and we're still trying to work out an optimal partnership with our schools. But many of our, in terms of, if you looked at our Western Province Juniors Championships that took place last week, it's a joint event between Western Province Federation and Western Province schools. You know, then cross country is exactly the same. At the Western Province Championships, it's a partnership between with the federation and schools. So there is, I mean, you know, that, and I understood, I mean, that took place at Vryheidskraal, and those people that were there would know, I mean, we had the stadium jam-packed. It's a full day, and so forth. So that happens. Then on our senior side again, you know, it's a partnership, and we have disabled athletes participate in that sort of event. So we are trying, you know, we're trying to get that field and that partnership strengthened, so that we allow anybody and any athlete in our province to participate in our events and so forth. So yes, it is a partnership going. It is a partnership with that with our schools. But that's, yeah, I mean, you know, schools is really a feeding ground. Schools are really a feeding ground for a federation. I mean, that's the pathway.
Yep.
You know, as you would very much know, many of us learnt our sport in our schools.
For sure.
You know, when we had the champs of champs, and I mean, there were some brilliant performances during those days.
But that's I'm asking, if, I mean, in those days, if you were a good athlete, we would run schools, we'd run clubs. Hence, I'm asking for if that partnership still exists, which is great to hear. Let's move on from there. I mean, we've got this Easter weekend coming up, and there's one massive event, which is one of the top 5 in as a jewel, as the Western Cape government calls it. It's a sporting jewel. It's the Old Mutual Two Oceans Marathon. On the Friday, Good Friday, there's the Kiddies Run, which is from
11 o'clock.
It's from 11 o'clock, but it's also from age 5 right up until teenagers. You also have the Trail Run on the Friday. I mean, that's oversubscribed months ago. And then the big event on Saturday. No,
I mean, as I said, it is full, and that's exactly what it is. On Good Friday is really the family day. So we have the fun run, and that's a partnership between the Two Oceans Marathon Association and Western Province Athletics, and we encourage, you know, everybody to take part in that festivity.
I mean, I've entered that for my daughter, and I paid 30 Rand. I mean, 30 Rand is nothing for a child to be exposed to what event activity is about. The parking may be a problem, but that's another issue altogether.
We have, I think, what is become quite interesting, Alton, is that we have, you know, you've got your 5K or 6K, whatever it is, fun That is not even the draw card. The draw card, for that day is your nappy run.
Yes.
Or it is your kids between the ages, of 2 and 5. I mean, it is a fantastic and marvelous thing, and people come out in their thousands to participate in the event. And I'm certain that many of your listeners, if you're going to miss that, you're really missing an excellent opportunity for your child. And that. So you have these nappy dashes, and you haven't. If you think there's competition, then you need to go to those events.
And watch the parents, never mind the kids.
Exactly. So we have the nappy run, on Good Friday. You have a mini, what is called a mini marathon,
Yes.
For kids, and then you have your normal 5K fun run that takes place after that.
Yep.
And so forth.
Let's look at the footage of last year's Two Oceans Marathon. Let's check this out.
All that hard work is starting to pay off. Like everyone, I've learned the hard way. By failing, by trying again, by persisting. I'm confident that on race day, it will all come together, and I will claim my 5th medal. You have to be committed to your dream. It doesn't come easy. Not all my dreams are for myself. Some are for my country too. Our future. My dream for this country is a nation whose people look and feel like this every day. The positive energy, the passion for life, the incredible unity. And if, as a country, we want to feel like this every day, then we are going to need to practice. We must find these together moments. We must see people join together whenever we can and live this unity. I remember those powerful words that sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people in a way that little else does. In March 2016, this will be my contribution to our beautiful country. I will stand side by side with people that I do not know. We will let our greatness shine, and together we will move forward. We will be united in our common goal, to run as one. At the Old Mutual Two Oceans Marathon, the world's most beautiful marathon.
The world's most beautiful marathon happens on Easter Saturday. There's a 21K which starts out in Newlands, runs all along the M3 all the way up through Constantia, up Southern Cross Drive, which is a bit tough. Then down Rhodes Drive onto the M3, onto the majestic lawns of UCT. The Ultra is a long run all along the beach, through Fishhook, all the way up Chapman's Peak, Constantia Neck, down Rhodes Drive, down onto the M3, onto the luscious grass of UCT. That, folks, is the roots, and that is where you should be standing next Saturday to come and support runners, all 35,000 who will be participating and giving their all to finish this great event. It's an emotional roller coaster of note on that run, whether you're doing the 21 or the 56, Allan. I mean, I've run both, and it's not for the faint-hearted if you haven't trained as a start.
Yeah. No, just very briefly. I mean, there are two things about the race. You're quite right. I mean, and thank you for outlining the route, because that's where we want. We want our people to come out and be part of the fun. To be part of this whole festival and support our runners on the road. But the other thing that is very exciting for Western Province Athletics is that it is time for the Western Province person to win this race.
I agree.
And so we have, for the first time this year, we brought together 15 of our top athletes that entered this race. We sent them to Sutherland. I don't even know, Sutherland is 350 kilometers outside in the Northern Cape. It is, something like 1,400 meters above sea level, which is altitude training.
Correct.
So we have sent 15 of our athletes to Sutherland for 1 month to train daily. And hopefully that is going to bring it, because it is our race, and Cape Town can run, and so we've now invested in terms of ensuring that someday very soon, a person from Western Province will win that race.
It will be special if it happens this year, on a leap year.
Oh, okay.
How's that for a bargain?
Yeah, no, that's true, that is true. So, we're making great strides in terms of that race. You can see, it is really, an iconic race, and people should come out and watch.
Talk about iconic race. You have some icons coming on Tuesday. Tell us a bit about that briefly.
Yeah, on Tuesday is what is called the ASA, our mother body. It's a national night series after dark race that takes place at the Cape Town Athletic Stadium in Greenpoint. It's a 2-hour meeting. It's under lights. I don't know if you remember the years gone by, of various series. So it takes place. We got the 75 of our best athletes from around the country that is coming to take a run in that event.
And people can get it all on your Facebook, all the information, and on your Twitter handle.
On Twitter handle, on our Facebook page, on our website.
Allan, thank you for your time. All the best for this coming weekend and for Tuesday.
Wonderful. Thanks very much, Alton. Thank you.
Let's take an ad break. We'll be right back after this.